Hi, my name is Carrie Graves. I'm a student in the Masters of Communication program at Queen's University in Charlotte. As part of our learning for the class, Communication Fluency, we are taught to find scholarly articles in the Queen's online library. We did that in the form of a scavenger hunt. In the scavenger hunt, we were asked to find an article on a topic that interests us. I discovered this article on the Enneagram as a tool for enhancing spirituality in the workplace. You might be wondering what the Enneagram is. The Enneagram has its roots in ancient Eastern spirituality and is a personality system that deals with coping mechanisms, fears, and gifts. It is usually used in religious and spiritual groups, but not so much in the secular world. The authors, Kale and Srivastava, listed in the citation below, report that the Enneagram can be a very helpful tool in the secular world as well as in the spiritual or religious. The authors studied trends in management journals from across the country. Their conclusion is that mankind is innately spiritual, looking for deeper meaning and purpose in his daily life and work. Given that one spends more than 8 hours each day, more than 40 hours per week in the workplace, having a more fulfilling workplace would increase productivity, proficiency, and happiness. As part of the research for this article, the authors examined the emergence of articles on spirituality in the workplace in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Creativity is not just for the artistic. The Enneagram points out the strengths and weaknesses of each type of person, whether he be task-oriented, a people person, a spiritual person, an artist, or an engineer. The Enneagram is a tool for transformation, highlighting gifts and weaknesses and encouraging the student to strive for spiritual growth and redemption. The authors of this article were thorough in their research. They studied articles on religious communities, spiritual groups, and those that combine both. They defined the difference between religion and spirituality and were careful in their perceptions of what bringing spirituality in the workplace actually means. They use a variety of journal articles, interviews, and numerous books. The books the authors refer to are published by respected academic and trade publishers. They offer in-depth perspective on the Enneagram so that each participant or reader might do his or her own deepest work. This work guides the person to be the most genuine and authentic person they can be, thereby producing a higher quality of work. That higher quality of work comes from the core of one's being, where the participant is being called in vocation to do the work he or she was created to do. Just because corporations can be greedy and act out of fear doesn't mean they can't act out of a more balanced place, replacing those fears and those feelings with ones that support growth, nurturance, ethics, and strength. When preparing their work, the authors also used business books, articles from management journals, statistics from the Gallup organization, and articles from magazines. Their goal was to understand how happiness in the workplace can be achieved and how that happiness can improve work performance and quality of life for employees. At the end of the article, the authors present their references, an extensive list indicating a great depth of research. Among those references, as previously mentioned, are numerous books on the Enneagram from some of the most renowned Enneagram teachers in the country. In the article, the authors lay out a pattern that employers can use to educate their employees and get them engrossed and engaged in the Enneagram. These books are a good resource for reading on one's own in a period of self-discovery that helps one to know himself better and to know others better. While the authors have shown that the research has been done in management and business groups that spirituality is a benefit to the workplace, they encourage employers to have their employees delve more deeply into the Enneagram. Books such as The Wisdom of the Enneagram by Don Riso and Russ Hudson and The Enneagram in Love and Work by Helen Palmer are excellent sources for participants to learn more. Once they have gained that knowledge and their co-workers have gained such knowledge, they can bring it together at the table to better understand one another and enhance their work as a team. The extensive bibliography in this article is of great value. The authors primarily use APA style, and they cite all sources throughout the article, making it easy for the reader to follow a path that might be of interest to himself or herself. I hope you enjoy reading this article and that your employer might consider bringing the Enneagram to enhance workplace spirituality where you work.